Um, I know my face is probably really shiny. I just took a shower and witch hazel and coconut oil on it, so I got that soul glow. So anyway, I wanted to take a second while I'm pulling out double strands to explain something that clearly I didn't explain before, or I haven't explained yet. Um, I have been doing yoga videos not regularly. I would like to do them more regularly, which is why I am doing this video right now to explain that I'm not sharing these videos as a yoga instructor. I am sharing these videos as a yoga student, okay? I am sharing my progress of returning to the yoga world. I used to do yoga regularly for years, up through my first pregnancy, actually. Prenatal yoga, I'm sure, saved my body so much during my 36, 34 hour labor. But I used to do, sorry, my kids are upstairs destroying something, probably some box of toys I packed. So anyway, I used to do yoga regularly through my first pregnancy, but then becoming a new mom kind of took over and I completely stopped. And it wasn't intentional. It was just a matter of finding time in between being a new mom and, being postpartum and other things to develop a practice. And now, after my second child, and I'm seeing how my body needs more, needs exercise, needs strength. I need to re-strengthen my body. So I am starting my yoga journey. And I am asking you all to join me as I re-enter the world of yoga. I am not doing this as a yoga instructor, and I love that so many people have reached out to me and asked, like, can I teach you? How do they do yoga? They've asked me so many questions, but you're asking as if I'm an instructor, which I want to be. That's my goal. My goal is by the age of 45, I'm 43 now, I would like to be certified. That is my goal. I am hoping that in coming months, I will have the finances to take a course in order to further my study so that it's not just me on my own doing YouTube videos and, working from the knowledge that I've had since I was young doing yoga, but that it's actually me being instructed in not just the poses and positions, but the purposes of them and the benefits of them and the proper names of them. I want to actually learn the history more than what I've known, and I want to learn the benefits and the usefulness, like not just am I flexible, but do I know what I'm doing and how it can be used to serve others in the best possible way. So I am sharing my journey to hopefully becoming a yoga instructor. I am sharing my re-entry into the world of yoga, and I am sharing my lessons as a student, but not as an instructor. So no, I don't necessarily advise anyone to follow along my routines. I'm doing routines that my skill level may allow for, but at the same time, I have been doing yoga off and on since I was, like 3. So my routines might not allow, the routines that I share online right now might not be the same routine that you as a beginner want to do. It absolutely, definitely is not. I would like to be an instructor so that I can guide especially more Black people into yoga. It is such a benefit to your overall health and flexibility, and extends your life and your livelihood and your advantages of being able to play with your kids more comfortably and lose weight and get your body together and minimize how much dialysis and insulin and high blood pressure medication that we as a people collectively have to take. Yoga helps with all of that. Yoga makes it so that you can bend down and touch your toes without grunting. Yoga helps so that when you get older, if your body is more supple, if your joints are supple and flexible, then you're less likely to have the slip and fall accidents that in old age often lead to a spiral to death. Because you slip and fall once, and a person who is ordinarily mobile and able to go to the store and go for their walks and do their exercises, they slip, fall, break a hip, and all of a sudden you're immobile and you have to sit and you start to gain weight, or you get a flu, get a basic infection that in an older body is already going to wreak a little bit more havoc than it would in a 30-year-old body. And that infection turns into something else that slows you down even more, and then all of a sudden, within the course of 2 years, you're no longer active, you're sitting, fluid builds up, you get pneumonia, you get infections, you get all these other things that so many people don't realize how many older people die because 3 years before they had a slip and fall accident, and because their bodies weren't able to fully recuperate from that, and it slowed everything else down and it kept them in a deteriorating state. So I'm 43. I'm closer to menopause than I am to puberty. I am at the age where it's possible I might be able to have another kid, but I would like for it to be with as little medical intervention as possible, and I'm already 43, which means any doctor sees me as being an ancient dinosaur trying to have a baby. Sorry if I keep moving out the frame. But, so, all that to say, I am sharing, and will be sharing much more of, my yoga journey from the standpoint of a student so far, okay? And not as an instructor, not as anyone who's saying, do what I do. I am sharing it as a person who is saying, if my 43-year-old self can make this challenge and can do this, then you probably can too. I have friends who are getting fit for the first times in their lives, and they're the same age as me. If we can do this, then you can as well. At whatever age you are, at whatever pace you can start making steps, you can start taking steps. I am doing this as a 43-year-old woman who has had several surgeries, one while pregnant. I've had multiple injuries. I was in a, near-death car accident 15 years ago or so. I have back issues, knee issues because of that. I am healing from many things and also from emotional things, and that means that the healthier your body, the healthier your mind, and vice versa. The healthier your mind, the healthier your body. So within all of that, stay with me, okay? I love how much feedback I'm getting. I love how kind everyone is being. I love how much I love it. So stay with me, but don't be upset with me or discouraged if when you send me a message or inbox saying, can I teach you? I say, not yet. I'm not going to say no. I'm going to say not yet. But I'm also going to say you should start where you are right now and find a beginner's level video or class. I would suggest going to a class. If you've never done yoga before, be with an instructor, someone who can give you hands-on guidance to make sure you don't injure yourself, because it is still exercise and you don't want to be hurt. Yoga seems like, it's just stretching and gentle, but muscles stretch further than what they're supposed to. If you're doing things wrong, you can hurt yourself. So I would suggest, if you're a beginner, find a class. Google Baltimore Yoga and you will find classes. There are a lot of great places in Baltimore to start. Start with the beginning class. Start with a curvy. If you're a woman and you're a big girl, find a curvy yoga class. If you're a guy, there are male yoga classes. I will try my hardest to send a link or attach a link to this video. There are yoga classes. There is a group that does yoga specifically for Black men. Okay? I would rather send you the proper resources than say, yes, I can help you, and mislead you and misguide you and possibly cause you harm, okay? That's never the point of yoga, is to cause harm, is to heal. So, all of that to say, I'm about to do a video now with, my husband has a very twisted sense of humor. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you? I'm going to go do some exercise.